Welcome everyone to the December 5th Cupertino City Council meeting. And I am proud to say this will be my last meeting as mayor. Request you all to please stand up and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Sharif?
Here.
Councilmember Chang?
Here.
Councilmember Sinks?
Here.
Vice Mayor Paul?
Here.
Mayor Vaidhyanathan?
Here. Prior to this meeting, we held a closed session. We had 2 items on the closed session. No direction was given on subject 1, closed session. No direction was given on agenda item 2 of the closed session. Now to our regular session. It's wonderful to see you all here gathered, so we'll get right down to business. There will be time during the business portion of our meeting, which will be following the refreshments, for oral communications and public comments. What will be right in the beginning will be the swearing-in ceremony after we take the vote from the council on the dais. And if anyone wishes to speak specifically to this agenda item, you may come up to the podium. But you will need to fill out speaker cards. Right now, it's my honor to request a nomination for mayor to the city of Cupertino. Nomination? I would entertain a nomination for mayor.
I nominate Darcy Paul for mayor.
I second that motion. Madam City Clerk, we would like to vote.
It's not working.
I forgot to ask you, were there any speaker cards for this?
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Let's start again. There we go. The motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very much. For the next item also, similarly, if you want to speak on the item, we'll need speaker cards. I will take a nomination for Vice Mayor for the City of Cupertino for 2018-19.
I'll nominate Walt Singh as the Vice Mayor.
I'll second the nomination.
Thank you very much. Madam City Clerk, we can vote.
Motion carries unanimously.
Congratulations to both of you. Now, Madam City Clerk, you'll be asking the new mayor.
Yes, for the oath of office, I'd like the newly elected Mayor Paul to go to the front of the stage, and he will be sworn in by Gilbert Wong, who is the board member of the Foothill De Anza Community College District.
Thank you. I'd like to ask Sharon and my children to join us, if they please. Thank you. Guys.
Fantastic. So I'm going to say this in the beginning, because after I swear him, that I'm very proud to be here tonight to swear in Darcy Paul. I'm proud to be in Cupertino, and I'm proud of our diversity, and I'm proud of my friend who's going to be sworn in tonight. He told me to keep it short, or he's not going to be very happy with me, or somebody remember Evan Lowe not be very happy with me.
Microphone, please, you forgot.
There's a microphone here, so I don't
Yeah.
have to use it, or I
You
can
will
use
need
it?
to.
Okay, the city clerk told me not to use it, but whatever I'm told, as a former mayor, it's better to follow directions. So please raise your right hand and say, I.
I, Darcy Paul.
You're going to hint him a little bit.
Well, you told me to repeat, right?
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
and that I will
well and faithfully
well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter
upon which I am about to enter
for the city of Cupertino.
for the city of Cupertino.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Gilbert.
And now would our newly elected Vice Mayor Rod Sinks go to the stage, and he will be sworn in by Polly Bovey, who is the superintendent of the Fremont Union High School District.
We know exactly where to stand,
It's
just in case
great.
you're
I
wondering.
love
There's
the
this
tape here.
wonderful tape up
Good.
here. So I want to start by thanking you, Councilmember Sinks, for asking me to administer your oath of office this evening. We're all proud of the city of Cupertino and your focus on education and having it as part of your mission. That makes us very proud.
Microphone again.
Oh, I need the microphone. I can't use my teacher voice? Sorry. Okay. We're all proud of the city of Cupertino and its focus on education as part of its mission. Councilmember Sinks, you have certainly exemplified this value as you've volunteered for many years in our local schools, in robotics, and so many other programs. You've also given your thoughtful leadership that has prioritized schools in your work with this council, and we are in your debt and very grateful. So I am very honored to be asked to do this evening. So we're going to do this.
I just want to say something before we do this. Polly, I asked you to do this because I think so highly of your leadership and the leadership of your outstanding board, and the partnership between our schools and FUHSD will surely continue. And you know you can call on us, and everybody knows that people don't move to Cupertino for the city council, right?
Hey.
Right? Am I right about that? Okay,
Speak
so
for
we
yourself.
we know our place, and we're here to make sure that our schools retain the quality that you and so many other people under your leadership have helped to build over time. Thank you.
Thank you, Rod. We do have an incredible team, and you're all part of it, so thank you. All right. I, Rod Sinks,
I, Rod Sinks,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of
or
evasion,
purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter,
about which I am
about to enter,
about to enter
for the city of Cupertino.
for the city of Cupertino.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
At this point, I'd like to invite our former mayor, now Savita Vaidhyanathan, to the front of the dais to present some gifts from the new mayor to the outgoing mayor. Thanks. Savita, you've done an incredible job as mayor this year. And it was so incredible, in fact, I was telling you last week that I was planning on nominating you for another year, in fact. But you very politely and graciously declined. And I think that those are very key words with regard to your year's mayorship. I will most certainly take that politeness and grace and try to use it as an inspiration in terms of how I conduct myself from that seat. And I know that in arranging the various seating subsequently, I did say, well, let's put Savita next to me. But ultimately, because you're in that hot seat for a year and have so many obligations, you ultimately said, okay, well, let me go off to the side and give me a little bit of relief for this year. And so, fortunately, we have that flexibility, and I provide that relief in terms of being able to be on the outer ring of the dais for the upcoming year. But in sincerity, thank you so much for what you've done for the city of Cupertino this past year. It's been an eventful journey. We've encountered many issues, some contentious, some more joyful. But at the end of all of it, it is a true privilege and honor to be able to serve with several colleagues that have been able to bring forth to the community this kind of dialogue, this kind of diversity of perspective and ability to the dais. So thank you very much for all that you've done. I will do my best to carry on the torch in a manner that does justice to what you've brought forth to us in this past year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. They are so tall. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks very much. Did you have any gifts to?
So typically, the city staff gives the outgoing mayor a gift, but in Savita fashion, when we said, Savita, what kind of gift do you want? She said, oh, I don't want anything, just say a few words. So that's what I'm going to give them. My gift to you is a few words. So anybody that sort of followed Savita's political career, she has a 5-word organizing principle that she's said kind of like a mantra, which is seniors, youth, and the environment. And that's actually really helpful because it allows us to sort of know where she's coming from and what to focus. And because of that, during her year, we were able to do the senior transit pilot project, and we were able to do the kids carpool pilot project, and we have some other projects probably that will come to fruition next year because it takes often more than a year to hatch a project, but all focused on seniors, youth, and the environment. So thank you for being so clear in your message, and we will all miss you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, David. I'll save my comments for later, but there is a gift from the staff to me. And do I say roll it, someone? I will go sit back there, and then I guess you can give that direction. Thank you very much. I'll save my comments for later. Thank you very much, Mayor Darcy Paul.
Thank you, Savita.
Yeah, a little bit of chaos while the council members now change their seats.
Never sat here before. Maybe I did one year.
Well, you must have at least once, right?
Yes, I know. Things fade. Hello, Steve. Oh, hi, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you, man.
So I'll save my comments for later because the staff will be rolling a tape, so I hand it back to Mayor Paul.
Thank you, Councilmember Vaidhyanathan and former mayor. So the gentleman who swore me in, former Councilmember Gilbert Wong, I think I'm going to make the only off-the-cuff comments with regard to the prepared statement. I want to thank you, Gilbert. We've been colleagues and friends since virtually the time that I moved to Cupertino about 12 years ago now. And I could think of no one that I would rather have swear me in, especially given the fact that I wouldn't be sitting here were it not for your efforts to exhort me to keep campaigning in 2014 once the mail ballots were released. So, to the community, you have Gilbert to thank, or not thank, for our present situation up on the dais. In any event, sincere, heartfelt thank you for everything that you've done over the years. And now I'll start the reading. I did actually write some comments, and I apologize for the length. I tried to keep it as brief as possible, and I will try to read it as quickly as possible. Thank you to our community for your attendance and attention this evening. My apologies to Professor Meltzer from Harvard Law, may he rest in peace, for reading. I want to get this right, though. Savita, you have done a remarkable job this past year, and on behalf of the community, I thank you for your service. And thank you sincerely to the city staff for all the excellence you bring to the table. I'm overwhelmed and humbled by the show of support. Thank you for your support over the years. Wesley, you and I were both born in Missouri, and we both grew up in Kansas, which in perhaps the most basic of ways, we both still call home, as our parents are still there. Through thick and thin, we are brothers, and I thank you for flying across the country from New York to be here with us this evening. Sharon, thank you for your love and support. It's not easy living a political life on what is effectively a vow of poverty, but somehow we have managed to do all right. It's not enough to endure and be financially sensible. You need a soulmate and effective commander-in-chief, and you're mine. Allison and Annabelle, everything I do is in some way connected to making the world better for you. Remember that what this really means is that you set your own concerns aside, but when it comes time to presenting your perspective, be honest about what motivates you and fair to others. And it's this honesty and fairness that I will keep bringing to our community. In that spirit, I'd like to set forth a message of despondency and hope, in that when you go about doing your job of democratic representative honestly, you walk an arduous and fine line between being hated by everyone and being picked on by everyone. And in sort of a depressing way, your resolution to this quandary is to ask yourself, well, why not just have both? All right, here's the part about hope. And as a bit of an aside, it's also my hope that the completeness of this sort of approach will ultimately help fill in gaps and help us all get to where we want to be. When you take that leap of faith, you'll find that the prevailing wisdom of the community, after all the input and all the perspectives, the poetic justice that we possess as a group respects what you are doing and lets you keep doing it. That ultimately is the collective faith we place in this democratic system, which we are always, by definition, striving to make better. That has been my experience in Cupertino these past 10 years that I've been civically active, and it is for this reason I am deeply honored and grateful that as a community, you have allowed me to be your mayor for this upcoming year. We are going to continue doing well this year. Here in Cupertino, the heart of Silicon Valley, about which one news writer recently wrote that Apple has set forth our Vatican in their new visitor center. We will keep having vigorous discussions. Not by accident have we cultivated the greatest company in the world, perhaps in the history of the world, but enough of what people already know. We grow side by side, the big kahuna and the small shops, and everyone and everything in between, private and public, public-private, and we will continue to push each other to be better, I see my role as keeping the discourse civil and being open about the various factors affecting our decisions. In partnership in this role, I am sincerely pleased to be working with Vice Mayor Rod Sinks, Councilmember Barry Chang, Councilmember Stephen Scharf, and now former Mayor and still Councilmember Savita Vaidhyanathan. We have not, each and every one of us, come this far and struggled so mightily so that the system that we espouse, representative democracy, where we aspire to liberty and justice for all, will go quietly into the night as baser instincts prevail. No, this system will endure, and it will get better. I ask first and foremost for an honest conversation. From there, love thy neighbor, and we'll be all right. Finally, before introducing a couple of honored guests, or at least one who was able to be present tonight, I just want to thank the people who have supported me over the years. I have relatives attending who, like myself, are transplants to our area from the Midwest. My cousins, Amy and Angela, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you. Allison's kindergartner teacher at the beginning of the year, who Hayward School District is now lucky to have as an administrator. Miss Jia Jinglin is here tonight. And I'll keep this brief by going by first names here. Jerry, Edward, Jason, Cassie, Demille, Alex, Professor Leo, John, Art, Ruby, Lisa, Danessa, Kristen, John, Tim, and Vinod. Thank you for your friendship and all your support for the Cupertino community. I can't even name everyone here in support, but a wholehearted gratitude and thank you. Thank you very much. Now, with respect to our honored guests, Evan Lowe and a representative from Ro Khanna's office, Assembly member and member of Congress representing our fair city in the state capitol and in Washington, D.C. Thank you for making it out this evening. It is a true honor. I'm pleased to be able to welcome you here. Before I ask you to give your remarks, Evan first, because the request came earlier today, I want to ask that you keep in mind through your careers as representatives of our democratic system, in addition to what I've related already, that we want you to keep aspiring. To me, it is an incredible honor to have two potential and viable candidates for the presidency of the United States here to welcome me in as mayor of Cupertino. I didn't say it. National publications have said it. And keep in mind that the pie is only as big as we make it. Dream big and aim high, good representatives. Whether we are looking at a Khanna low or a low Khanna ticket, you carry with you the aspirations and hopes of many, including myself. And I urge you to keep reaching out for decency and the hard work of an honest and effective conversation. And now, without further ado, Assembly Member Evan Lowe. Oh, sure.
Is this on? Okay. So much for being called out. Thank you very much, Mayor Paul, for those kind introductions. If you first allow me to congratulate our immediate past mayor, Savita, for her hard and arduous efforts. As you know, she has made history in the city of Cupertino on the map as being the first Indian to be elected as mayor for a world-class city. And not only that, as she also serves the city of Cupertino, she serves with distinction with the Valley Transportation Authority representing the West Valley region. So many cities, including Campbell, is also very grateful for that. In addition, with your leadership in the City Council, the city of Cupertino will also be a beneficiary of an additional 107% increase in transportation funds from the state of California because of your collective efforts. So you are delivering, and kudos specifically for that. So I want to present you with this recognition in particular for your continued efforts. Individuals I heard earlier said that they will miss you, but they shouldn't miss you because we know that you'll be here for a long period of time. And lastly, let me thank your family, because this is time away from the family. And the reality is that many of us have had conversations about the challenges of being public servants, particularly in this atmosphere right now. It is not easy. And naturally, we want to ensure that we are doing the best for the public interest. And you have done that, and you have done that with distinction. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And to this gentleman, Mayor Paul, I knew before he was on the city council. You served as president-elect also of the Cupertino Chamber of Commerce, and many of the conversations occurred. You referenced former Mayor Gilbert Wong earlier about whether or not this is something that we want to do. You have been on the phone with me many a times and ensuring and saying, what are we doing for the city of Cupertino? We're not doing enough, and have you thought about these ideas? Many a times we are in disagreement on various issues, but just as you mentioned, we do it with civility, and we do it with the same end result in mind. And I think that's what will be critically important to ensuring that we have a strong democracy, and as you've all said, the Pledge of Allegiance earlier, indivisible. And making sure that we can deliver. So I look forward to the continued work together here. Thank you for calling me out. I have to go to Campbell for their rotation as well too. Thank you very much for your commitment.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Evan. So at this point, I'd like to call on behalf of Congressperson Khanna, Chris Boylan, and Tom Pike.
Okay.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor, on your first day. Savita's year as mayor coincided with our year of trying to figure out how to run a congressional office. So we've all done our jobs for 1 year, and after a year you start figuring you know how to do it. Sure. But in these cities like yours and mine, where the mayor immediately rotates around, it makes it a little tougher. So your year starts today. As has already been mentioned, you haven't just been a good mayor of the city, you've been a pioneering mayor of the city. And we really wanted to recognize you for that, which is why two of us wanted to come down here tonight.
Thank you.
The district director and the director of constituent services, who of course is one of your constituents at Cupertino.
Yes, he is. Say nice things.
You and I have drawn the enviable assignment of dealing with the intractable issues that can never really be solved, only mitigated, like aircraft noise flying over our cities in south flow conditions. Yes. And we've taken our shots and taken a few hits in exchange, but I think we're ultimately going to be able to make that situation better. We're not going to be able to make it go away all the way, but we're going to make it a little better. By the way, the other one I work on is the stench and milpitas from the landfill. That's another one of these issues you can never make go away. You can only make it a little better. But in this business, we try not to let the perfect be the enemy of the good, right? We try to Kaizen things. We try to make things a little bit better every year. And you'll try to make things a little bit better than they were this year. And I think things were made a little bit better step by step during your year. And we're very proud of you. We want to present you with this lovely certificate.
Thank you.
Is there a photo op?
I'll make it brief. As a Cupertino resident, I did want to convey to Mayor Vaidhyanathan, I can sincerely say that you made our community proud. Everyone knows how hard you worked on a continuous basis, and in turbulent times, you really had a firm hand on the ship of state, and you deserve the respect and best wishes of your community. So thank you.
Thank you.
And Mayor Paul, I know you've had a year to think about the challenge ahead of you. It might not be like preparing for an expedition to Everest, but I think you have prepared and you are ready to go, and we have great confidence for the year ahead with your leadership. So thank you in advance.
Appreciate it.
And calling us whenever you need us.
Will do. Thanks very much.
Brian is here for another picture.
All right. Sorry, we're all tall.
I'm growing taller as we speak. The weight's just lifted. Thank you.
I think that really goes in.
At this point, we'd like to open up the opportunity for our former Mayor Vaidhyanathan to present a year-end in review. It will be spectacularly entertaining, and I think not too much longer than an hour, if I understand correctly.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's their gift, so I don't know how long it is, but...
Very good. So I think at this point we can safely say, please roll the tape.
Now, whatever I say after that is going to pale in comparison, but thank you to the staff for putting together such a wonderful slideshow. Thank you. It's the best gift ever. And they did it with such short notice. I can't believe they managed to put my entire year, and what a year it's been. I've had many chamber ribbon cuttings, held the scissor many times. We've brought a lot of new businesses to our city. Thank you to the chamber as well as our economic development staff for making that happen. I have attended many, many festivals. This is a diverse community, and I'm so proud to be part of it, whether you're celebrating Diwali, Holi, you're celebrating the Moon Festival, Lunar Festival, with the Persian community celebrating Persian Mehergan and Shab-e Yalda. And then there are festivals that I don't remember the names for, but I went to so many of them. But they all just make me feel so warm about the community that we live in, because we share these cultures, we share these faiths, and we truly appreciate each other, not because we are different, but because we are similar in so many different ways. And it was also, of course, you saw in the pictures, it was a great honor for me to celebrate Indian Independence Day right here. We raised the flag right here in our community hall, and I also went to San Francisco, so it was a great honor representing the city of Cupertino for that. And the other festivals that we have, Cherry Blossom Fall Festival, all of them, kids and fun, excellent, excellent people, community comes with their families. I really enjoy all of them. Mayor Paul, you'll have to wear your running shoes. It's a lot of running. And of course, thanks to former Mayor Barry Chang, we have a lot of friendship cities. And when they come, they want to meet the mayor. And the mayor chooses to wear Chinese jacket, and they're all wearing Western suits. And they say, nobody dresses like you anymore. But I really enjoyed meeting all of them. I enjoyed meeting our sister city delegates that visited, the students that came here. They really enjoyed Cupertino and the rest of the Bay Area. The parents and the volunteers that take in these children, it's just unbelievable how much they do, how much time and energy they spend with these children, which really makes our sister city relationship so strong. And I had the opportunity to visit one sister city in India, which is Bhubaneswar, and we had a presentation 2 weeks ago, so I won't go too much into detail about that. But I really want to see the medicinal healing garden from Bhubaneswar here in Cupertino, so hopefully we can make that happen. I also visited Japan. It was a truly, truly memorable experience. Lot of respect for people from this country of Japan. I also presented many, many proclamations. You saw some of them in there. Whenever we have student youth groups here, they make me feel so proud, and I feel we are very comfortable in our future just because of the wonderful students that live in our community. And what you don't see here in the photographs are the work that happens behind the scenes, what the staff does, the many, many seminars that they held, retail, transportation, housing. We attended all of these. The community came and supported us. The many meetings that I attended, wearing a different hat that that Assembly Member Evan Lowe mentioned at VTA. Again, we are trying to do more things for our community to make it more mass transit friendly. We're really hoping with the help of the council we can make all these happen in the future years. You also don't see the pictures of our monthly commissioners meeting. I don't know if the commissioners are here in the audience. We have a monthly meeting with our commissioners, and one of my requests was for the commissions to collaborate with each other. And I've seen so many new projects that have come through this collaboration. I'm very proud of all the hard work that is done by our commissioners. They are the unsung heroes. I'm truly appreciative for all the work our commissioners do. You saw the picture of the employee barbecue. The morale of our employees is really high. So for that, I want to thank our city manager, David Brandt, and all the department heads, some of whom are here. Thank you for encouraging our staff and our employees to be so dedicated. I've seen that this entire year. I've come to office just about every day. I see them smile. I see them do their work with dedication. My sincere thanks to all of you for having made my year so successful. And of course, you do know that I have to thank my family. They'll finally get to see me. My husband has been cooking wonderful dinners. Now he'll most probably say, hey, it's time for you to start doing the cooking. But more important than the food, I'll be really happy to go back and share more time with my family. And I really want to thank the Cupertino community for all the love and support you've given me this entire year. Thank you very, very much. And congratulations, Mayor Paul.
I'd like to open it up for the rest of the council to share their thoughts and words at this point.
Okay. Savita, you became mayor at a time of great turmoil in our country and in our city. Every time I despaired of what was happening on the national stage, I looked at Cupertino, and it kind of calmed me down a little bit. Not enough, but somewhat. And I think I speak for everyone in the community about how impressed we were. You served with empathy, compassion, and grace during your entire term. And I would love to see a medicinal garden and a cricket pitch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor Sinks?
Thank you. Well, Savita, I was blown away. I thought you did a great job representing everybody. You worked. There
are kids in the audience.
You worked to the soul and fiber of your being. I know that, and you took comments and critiques, and you know, sometimes you end up making lemonade out of lemons, and I think that's what you've managed to do. Not that we always find peace or agreement, but I think you led us in constructive process to try to get to the consensus of the community in many things. And your heart and compassion, and is true, and it brings us to appreciate, even if we're maybe on different sides of things. I think everybody sees that you did the job as mayor and continue to work as a council member, doing the right things for the right reasons. And so I honor your service to Cupertino, and on VTA, your presence is huge, if I can use that word.
Thank you.
And Darcy, let me just say congratulations. I look forward to this council pulling together, I hope, during the next year to accomplish great things. So thank you.
And our senior elder statesman in his 8th year on council, Councilmember Chang.
You guys know why the current mayor bring me to the power center close to the house?
I need to turn on your green light.
Do you know why the current mayor bring me to the power center? Because I'm a loose cannon. It's better to have a close range to have a control than out of range, no control, right? I'm sitting on the dais here. The current mayor prepared 1.5 page of the speech, and then the former mayor prepared 2 pages of the speech, and I have 3 pages here. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I just want to. I really appreciate what our mayor just mentioned about want to bring the honesty and fairness to this community. And in my opinion, this is what we are lacking in this community and in this country. So it's very important to bring this to this community. And then also he mentioned about love our neighbors. Okay, no matter what disagreement we have on any issue, we should love each other, our neighbor. So I'm hoping that this will be my last year on the council for the 2nd term, and I hope this will stay. And I went through and see enough turmoil in this community, and I would like to sincerely want to see it. And I'm grateful that the mayor bring this to this meeting, and I'm also grateful for the former mayor for your hard work. And I want to say to the vice mayor, we did a lot. If you don't know, we just recently worked on a Bay Area Air Quality Management District together to have them pass more stringent rule, more protective rule, 10 times more protective rule on the air quality from the Bay Area Air Quality Management District. Okay, so we're working on that. And then also VTA, this city filed 2 lawsuits against VTA regarding the transportation. So we're working on that. And then would like to work with the council here and with the community. Let's work on the bigger picture. And then, we have a difference, but put the difference aside, work on the common goal. And that's what I'm expecting. And that's my 3-page speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you to all the council.
Savita?
Thank you very much to all the council members for their kind comments. It was an honor serving with all of you.
And at this point, I'd like to open it up to members of the public. We won't be putting you on the clock, and so feel free to be as expansive or concise as you wish. if it does get a bit out of hand, so to speak, we'll go ahead and perhaps rein in the time commitment. But thank you very much for making it out tonight. Our first speaker, please state your name.
My name is
your
Michael
comments.
Gottwald, a community leader and a community member, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank outgoing Mayor Savita Vaidhyanathan for her years of service on the Cupertino City Council. And I would like to welcome new Mayor Darcy Paul and welcome Rod Singh as the Vice Mayor. And good luck to you all in 2018. The best memory of Savita's was when she threw out the ceremonial first pitch at the San Jose Giants game. I was there. Thanks for all your hard work, Savita Vaidhyanathan. And I wish you all the best in 2018.
Thank you,
Thank
Michael.
you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Welcome, Judy Wilson.
This work? Hi. So I'm Judy Wilson. I'm going to wear 3 hats, but I'll try to make it short. My first hat is, as we speak, the sister city of Cupertino are interviewing 15 adorable 8th graders who all want to represent Cupertino in April to go to Cupertino. So Helene Davis, who's president of that, wanted me to read a brief statement because someone got me out of there, but she's still in there interviewing. She said, Mayor Vaidhyanathan, thank you for supporting all of our sister cities and for serving as our liaison this year. I'm sorry I can't be here tonight. We are interviewing potential delegates for our student exchange in Cupertino for April 2018. As president of Cupertino Sister City, as chair of the Parks and Recreation Commission, and as a private citizen, I want you to know how appreciated I am of your warmth, grace, and professionalism while representing our community as mayor this year. And I'd also like to wear the hat of Cupertino Sister City. Thank you for supporting us. I hope to get you, actually, to Italy when we have our adult delegation. And then also, I'm on the Parks and Recs Commission, and I would like to thank you for your support for everything you do in Parks and Recreation. I know environment was one of your themes this year. But most personally, as a 30-year resident and a friend, I'd like to thank you for your grace and dedication, and I don't know, I'm sure everyone noticed, she was everywhere. So there used to be a joke about who's the mayor of San Francisco who was everywhere, wore his hat? Willie Brown. He was everywhere, and someone said, he must have a double, because he can't be everywhere. And I felt that way about Savita this year. Every time we looked around, she was somewhere, so you might have had a double. So as your friend, I am thrilled you're finishing being mayor, so there'll be more time for family and friends. And thank you so much for your dedication, and you really represented us with such grace, and we are very proud of you. And I get to give you flowers.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. So feel free to come up as the next speaker. Mahesh, welcome.
Thanks, Darcy. My name is Mahesh Prakala, and today I'll be wearing 2 hats. One is I've been living in the Valley for the last 25 years and been involved with Indian American mobilization for various members who got elected. So as an Indian American community member, I'm really proud of Savita Vaidhyanathan to be the first Indian American mayor in the West Coast, and the kind of energy and kind of role model that she was for a lot of Indian Americans, it's unmatchable, and I'm really happy for that. And I'm sure she'll continue to mobilize and motivate other Indian Americans to run for the race. And the second hat that I wear is from the Cupertino Bhubaneswar sister city. And it was a real pleasure working with Savita and being part of the delegation to when she joined us in Bhubaneswar. And it was really a landmark event with a lot of activity and a lot of energy that she created. And most importantly, the medicinal garden that she's talking about. And I think that would be a good park that she's planning to do it in Cupertino. I'm really looking forward to that. And with all your help, I think we should make it happen. and looking forward for everything else. Anything else you want
Thank
to add,
you.
Rina?
No, that's okay. Thanks.
And also, Darcy, I'm looking forward to working with you as the mayor. And really, I know you. We have been working earlier already, so look forward to working on that.
Thank you very much.
Savita, I didn't get the flowers, but I think we can get a hug from you.
Of course.
I'm going to stay up there for hugs.
Thank you so much.
Next speaker, please.
Who's next?
You're up.
Nobody, we're doing it different now, I guess.
We're not doing blue cards for the ceremonial item tonight.
Oh, okay, so we're
one
doing
time
it
only.
after?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
That's correct.
This is my first time that I've been to an inauguration where they brought in a new mayor. I've been real busy, as you all know. And I've seen what Savita's done. I never knew she did all these things because nobody ever said anything. The transit authority thing is very important. You kind of skimmed over that. Maybe in some other meetings we can talk about it more. It would be really nice because we need this desperately. I want to congratulate you on all the work that you did because I never knew you did all these things because nobody ever told me or nobody ever showed it. You know, we go to the city council meetings, but we don't see how transparent you are. We need more transparency here. So I hope Darcy can do that. I hope you can bring that in so that the public will know these things. I don't know how you're going to do it, maybe on the web, maybe here at the meetings. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I hope you'll work on that. And I just want to say that I hope she continues her work. I know you're going to be with your family, but I hope you continue your work. I've met with you once. I met with Barry Chang, and I'll probably have to come in and meet with Darcy sooner or later. And anyways, so I'm really happy, and I'm glad, and hopefully good things will happen next year. Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Keith Warner, the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and former Mayor Savita. I'm going to miss all the ribbon cuttings we did. We had such a great time, and just welcoming the new businesses in town was such an honor to do with you, and so thank you for that. And Mayor Paul, I look forward to working with the Chamber, of course, with you and the Chamber, of course, a group that you're very familiar with.
Sure.
And so we look forward to a great year in collaborating with you.
Great.
So,
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, and I'm Xiaowen Wang. I'm just a regular citizen here to first express my gratitude for outgoing Mayor Savita for all your great work for the past years, and I look forward for more of your dedication work for the future, even though you have stepped down the post and Darcy has stepped in, and I want to congratulate Darcy to take the new post, and I have confidence in your leadership that more and more good things could happen in this city, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jenna Song. I'd like to representing for the Cupertino Hsinchu City. And thanks Savita for a great job for our community. And also I welcome Darcy to be our new mayor, and congratulations.
Thank you, Janice.
Hi, I'm Angela Chan, a longtime citizen of the community. I'm here to thank former Mayor Vaidhyanathan for your loving and friendship with all the community volunteers. So you being a great leader, we want to thank you for your leadership and your service for our Cupertino community, and we very much look forward to continue working with you. And we also congratulate Mayor Paul and Vice Mayor Sinks for taking over the leadership of Cupertino. You're all leaders of Cupertino. We really look forward to working with all of you in this coming year. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
And we have a flower for...
My name is Cha Chin Lin. I want to congratulate Savita make a big difference for our community. And then big congratulations for Darcy for being the new mayor. Like you say, honesty, integrity, and then make a big difference for our community for upcoming year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a flower for our former mayor and also for our new mayor.
Thanks very much.
Brian is still here. I think you take it. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, that's in the way. Sure. Thank you. Next speaker.
Hi, my name is Chi Pan, and I'm a long-term 20 years Cupertino citizens, and actually I getting to know both mayors actually a lot more during the Toyokawa and Cupertino student exchanging programs, and I'm a proud parent as one of the delegates from Cupertino cities, and I thank you, Mayor Savita, show up at the welcome party, and then Darcy, I'm so proud, so impressed that you actually show up in every single event they hosted, include the welcome and the barbecue and the farewell party with them. So I'm so appreciate all you did for the kids in the Cupertinos. I'm really looking forward to another wonderful year with Darcy Paul, Mayor Darcy's the leadership. So we have great more opportunities for all the kids in the school district. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Welcome.
Peggy Griffin, I want to, if you think back, both of you started your first day. It was a very long night, and now look at you, former Mayor Vaidhyanathan and Mayor Paul. I want to thank you all for your patience, for listening and weighing the different sides. I know you have to walk a fine line. And I want to congratulate you for a wonderful year. You've shown compassion, patience, you listened, you weighed, and you explained why you made different decisions. And Mayor Paul, I look forward to a year under your guidance. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Before this next speaker, I want to take a moment to thank the members of the Sheriff's Office for coming out, Sheriff Lori Smith, as well as our former Captain Ken Binder, our current Captain Rich Arena, and other members of the Sheriff's Office. Really appreciate your presence here tonight and in our community. So without further ado, Pete, our next speaker.
Thank you, Darcy. Congratulations on your mayorship.
Thank you.
I also, so my name is Pete Heller. I'm a 26-year resident, also on the Bicycle Pedestrian Commission, as you might have guessed. But I did want to address a couple comments to Savita. I think a lot has been already said, thanking you for your great service and for doing it with such dignity and grace. And I think there's another word that I've thought about which describes you, which is humor. And I really appreciate the fact that you've brought some humor to the job as well. As we all know, no good deed goes unpunished. So I also want to encourage you to run again for the next council election. And I think a lot of people here would say the same thing. So definitely please keep that in consideration, because there is a lot more work to be done in the city. We've got important things. We need your your support and your leadership on, addressing the Valco situation, getting that to a good, positive result that the community can be proud of. Very important. The Oaks, another divisive issue where we're going to have a lot of leadership from all the council members. And of course, transportation, very important issue. We all know you're doing a lot with VTA, but there's a lot we can do here locally with the bike lanes, improving the bike lanes and filling out our protected bike lanes as well as the bike boulevards. There was recent articles in the paper about some new bike boulevards that we're working on. We definitely need your help and leadership and the full council to address those issues. So very much looking forward to working with you guys for the next upcoming year. Congratulations to the new mayor and all the rest of the council members.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Next speaker.
Hi, I'm Art Cohen, and first I wanted to say to Savita, congratulations. Thank you so much for the hard work you've done, the incredible amount of hours, and I'd say that to all of City Council, because I look at how many hours and time you put in. It's not just the time on these meeting nights, but the many, many hours you've either met with citizens privately or go to all of these events. It really does take up a lot of time. I appreciate it. Rod, congratulations. This is your second time around. I expect you know what to do. So, congratulations. And Darcy, congratulations. It's your first time as mayor, and I'm very, very excited that you met that. I have a small gift for Darcy. A lot of people may not know Darcy's a Trekkie.
No.
I'm calling him out here.
I'm an appreciator of the franchise.
But with that, a couple of, I guess it was Veterans Day weekend. It's only about 2-3 weeks ago. Darcy came out to an event here, said a few words on behalf of the city, and the city through the library was kind enough to offer this space to have a really great event that if you missed it, it was all videotaped by the city. It's up on YouTube. And we had Hollywood stars from Star Trek out here, and they were talking about a new series that they're putting together, a new sci-fi series. And these Star Trek actors got together, and they not only was it an opportunity to meet the Star Trek actors and also some producers and some directors, but it was an opportunity for those who were interested in how to learn to do an entertainment startup. And they went pretty deep into how they put together their project. And there were a lot of students here from different colleges who were interested in the arts and film and so forth, and they were able to learn a lot. So what I have here for you today is somewhat unique. There's only 4 of these.
Oh boy.
It's signed personally by Olivia Diabo, Sean Kenny, Mark Cushman, and Gary Lockwood. And let's see who. Yep, that's it. Hannah Hate. She didn't make it to the event, but we had all those there, and we had Russ Emanuel, who's the director. And you often don't get a chance to meet directors and get a chance to talk with them. So here's one of 4 cups in existence of this. It's all personally signed and with the logo. I don't know if we can get it up on the screen, but. You can. It's kind of hard to see.
It's up there.
It's up there? Okay. So
thank you, Art.
I guess, can I approach?
Oh, sure, of course.
Approach the bench.
Next speaker.
Hi, I'm Yan. So I'm a Cupertino citizen. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the ex-mayor, Savannah, and all the council members for your years of service and great dedication to our community. And second, I would like to welcome and congratulate Darcy for our new mayor. We have a great confidence on your leadership and your humility, willing to listening to residents, and your integrity of keeping the best interests of Cupertino residents in mind, as opposed to some like a special interest group or some lobbyist, to make our basically community a better place and a good place for basically better living conditions, a better place for all Cupertino residents. So we have a great confidence on you. We are looking forward to working with you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Congratulations again. Thanks.
Next speaker, welcome.
Hi, I'm Josna Soman. I'm a Cupertino resident. Savita, I just wanted to thank you for being an inspiration to our generation, especially our next generation, our girls. I just wanted to thank you for everything you did. Thank you very much, and good luck to you.
Thanks much.
Thank you, Jyotsna.
Next speaker. Speakers, welcome.
Hello, my name is Vicky. I'm present Chinese Olympics and Association and Compassion Associate in Cupertino City. This year, very, very happy, Savina helped us in the, wonderful, successful event. Thank you so very much. And Darcy Paul, and we need your support for our new Compassion Association in Cupertino. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Frank Hong, and come here particular congratulations for the Paul to be the mayor, and we also appreciate Savita to continue support our Kids and Funds Festival. I always tell the people when they come to the city of Cupertino, they remember two things. One is Apple computer. The second one is the Kids and Funds Festival. One is technology, another one is culture. I'm looking forward to continue have an event in Cupertino and continue looking for the support for the mayor of Paul and go for the future. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name is Lisa Wong. I'm the co-chair for Taipei Friendship City. And I just want to thank Savita for your past support and congratulations to Darcy. And we bear flowers for you, one for Savita, one for Darcy.
Thanks
Thank you very much.
There's a lot of flowers here tonight.
Next speaker, welcome.
Thank you very much. Former Mayor Vaidhyanathan, thank you very much for serving us. I've been a mayor and a former mayor, and I think former mayor is better. It's a great honor to be the mayor of such a fine city, but it's also a lot of work. There's a lot of criticism, and there's a lot of work, and your husband Doc maybe has to do the most in support and cook for the family, and you've had to give up a lot. There's two ways you can do your job. You can do the minimum required, or you can give it your all, and you gave it your all. And the city appreciates it. The city appreciates seeing you everywhere at all the events, and I know it's tiring. I know it's taxing for the family, but at least know that we love you for it. So thank you very much. You've been a great mayor.
Thank you.
And Mayor Paul, congratulations on your quick rise to being mayor. We have great faith in you, and that you'll lead us forward, and you'll help, I think, bring our community together. In your comments, I watched on TV with the fire and a glass of wine. I watched your comments, which is better than being up there. But your comments were good. We need to unite our community, and I think you're going to do a great job of that. I have to say, you're the best when it comes to if I call. you are always willing to meet, and I sure appreciate that. I appreciate that our elected representatives are available to us. I think we deserve it, but we like it when we get it anyway, and you've always been that way, Darcy, and we really appreciate how you listen to everybody, regardless of whether we agree or disagree. I think you're the epitome of somebody that I can have a respectful disagreement with, and I love you for it. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.
I also want to say that to the staff, you never get elected, you never get up here, but the staff, I think, has shown great support through times where there's a lot of differences of opinion, and I think I've watched you support Savita and the rest of the council over the years. You do a great job. You're professional. You are experts in your field, and you spend as much time up there as the council does. So thank you to the staff for really helping our city be the best we can be. So thanks to you all, and the council members, thank you very much you got another few years here to serve. We appreciate it. And Barry,
1 year.
Barry, you've been, we'll see you again in a year, but you've been a really great council member. I think you've really stepped it up. So thank you also. All right, thanks very much.
Thank you. Next speaker, welcome.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor Paul. My name is Prasad Vapor. I'm a 40-year resident of Cupertino, and I'm thrilled and delighted upon the completion of Savita Vaidhyanathan's term as mayor. Time flies. I remember well helping her with the campaign and planting signs in the yard and stuff like that, and discussing things with her. And I remember well the Rotary Forum for the candidates. I want to thank you and salute you especially for your service to the community, for your leadership, for your tireless dedication and energy, and being a great role model, not just to Indian Americans, but to everyone. May the best years of public service for you lie ahead of you. I know you've always been focused on doing the right thing. I was also thrilled to hear, I think it was Raj Singh who said that doing the right thing and also for the right reason. And we've got a wonderful team here, and feel proud to be a resident. And congratulations, Mayor Paul, and wish you the best.
Thanks
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next speakers, welcome.
Good evening, council members. Good evening, Mayor Paul. Congratulations on your appointment to being mayor of the city of Cupertino. We look forward to working with you in 2018. For the audience and for people at home, there was a short video that was shown, and within that video, it was a picture of Mayor Vaidhyanathan throwing the first pitch at a local San Jose Giants game. And I just want to point out that her pitch was inside, but it was a strike. And I got to tell you, if I'm ever going to put together a baseball team, I know where to find the pitcher.
I learned.
Well, I'm here today on behalf of Sherry Laurie Smith, who's here to my left, and all the men and women of the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office to honor Mayor Vaidhyanathan for her hard work and dedication to public safety in the city of Cupertino. The leadership and direction that you and the council have given us this last year has made a significant impact in the quality of life for Cupertino residents. The Sheriff's Office will continue to work diligently so that Cupertino continues to be a safe city. Honorable Mayor Vaidhyanathan, please accept this plaque.
Thank you.
As a token of our appreciation for your support and leadership during this past year. If I can ask you to come down here, Brian. Can you also take a photo with
Oh, please do.
Thank you so much.
You know, I'll squeeze in a little bit. Thanks, Ken.
If I can just read this real quick.
Oh, the mic, please, Captain Urena. The microphone, so that the.
Okay, so the plaque says, Office of the Sheriff, Santa Clara County, Savita Vaidhyanathan, Mayor, 2016-2017, City of Cupertino, in recognition of your distinguished service to the City of Cupertino and for your support of the Sheriff's Office and public safety. Sheriff Laurie Smith, and the proud men and women of the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you to all of you for giving this great honor. And I have to add a few words about your department. Thanks to Sheriff Laurie Smith and to you, we have lower residential burglary rates in our city in this past year. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks very much. Next speaker, welcome.
Hi, Mayor Savita Vaidhyanathan. I'd like to thank you for your year of service this year. I understand that you sometimes have to attend many activities throughout the day, and it was hard when the residents email you to ask for a meeting. And we hope that next year we'll have more chance to be able to talk to you regarding our concerns. And we appreciate all the other council members who has the courtesy to respond to residents' emails and requests for meetings. And Mayor Darcy Paul, we have been looking forward for the year that you will become mayor. You are the role model of everyone, whether people agree with your view or not. You are always willing to listen, and you always provide an independent view, and you always put the interest of Cupertino at your heart. We really, really appreciate a council member like you. We wish that there will be more of you to go around. Especially on November 7th, I think you had the courage to bring up a top issue that's unpopular, that will give, but then you have the courage to bring it up because you put the interest of Cupertino at heart. And I hope that in the next year, with your leadership, the entire council will lead Cupertino in a direction where the council actually work with the community to protect the interest of Cupertino against outside pressure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, welcome.
Hello, my name is Mina. I'm a Cupertino resident, and I'm here to say thank you for our previous mayor, Savita, and thank you for maintaining very good relationship with residents. And I also want to say congratulations to our new mayor, Darcy Paul, and thank you for listening to all the residents in last 3 years. And you have a lot of people's support, and my friends and I, we really hope to we can have a chance to support your re-election next year. And I have to say sorry, I need to go back, take care of my kids, so I can't wait for the oral session. And so I want to talking about my concern about Cupertino general plan. And on January 1st, we know several new state-level pro-housing bill will take effective, and we really hope our city can clarify its general plan to avoid trouble in future, especially for the Velco shopping site. And I'm not the only one who have such concern. About 4 days ago, there was an online petition to urge our City Council to clarify the current general plan, and now almost 600 people have signed that petition. And our request is not to ask our city to change any current laws, and we didn't ask you to pass any new rules for construction. We only hope our city can fix the loopholes in current law. Otherwise, our city may face a lot of legal challenge when negotiating with developers in future. And we also want to show our full support to our council, and we hope the whole council can help our new mayor to solve this issue perfectly next year. And thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, welcome.
So while I prefer to refer to both Savita and Darcy by their while I prefer to refer to Savita and Darcy both with their first names, I will remember Savita Vaidhyanathan that she helped us learn how to say her name by saying, it sounds like why do nothing, right? And as we all have heard, she has not done nothing. So thank you for that. And a previous speaker spoke of you being human, and I would agree with that. I see you coming from a different angle on your approach to governing the city, and I appreciate that. And while in both cases, Mayor Paul, very pleased to have you there in the seat. And previous speakers have always said the same thing. You've both spoken when asked to speak to groups. It's very much appreciated. Not every leader does that. And in both cases, I've not always agreed with both of you or disagreed with both of you, but it is great to have people willing to talk at the table in a human way. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Glad you didn't do nothing, and you're not going to do nothing either, are you?
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, welcome.
Doc Vaidhyanathan, former cook, former driver to the mayor.
Well,
congratulations, Mayor Paul and Vice Mayor Singhs. I'm really glad you did not try to nominate her again for the mayorship. That wouldn't have been very pleasant. So thank you for that. And I was telling my daughter I was going to speak here, and she said, don't, you're going to embarrass Mom. But I was given support from her. She said, no, on behalf of Hanukkah, go ahead and embarrass her. So what you've seen is, I think some of the videos have shown Savita being present at various events. But I think that only tells part of the story, because for all the times that she's not been some of these events, she's been spending enormous amount of time, which is why it's forced me to cook. And in many cases, she has not listened to my advice. So, okay, and you're saying it's a good thing she didn't. Okay. So the thing was, there'll be often cases like there is a telephone pole that's coming up, a cell tower that's coming up, or some other situation. And I would say, there is a technology called Google Maps, why don't you look at it? And she would say, no, Google Maps is not good enough. You're going to drive me there. I want to see what people are commenting about, whether they accept it or not, and I want to see it physically before I make an opinion on the council. And she would spend time dragging me to drive around the place. And when the budgets come, she would go end to end through all the budget, despite my telling her 95% of the budget is not changeable, it's already fixed, only 5%, so don't worry about reading it. No, I have to read through the whole budget and every other paper that comes to me before I can prepare for it. So what you saw there was only a part of it, and all the time that she spent otherwise preparing for the meeting. So despite what I was warned, I said, I'll embarrass you a little bit. And I won't come there to hug, because I know how to come to the city council for the hug. I can do it.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Next speaker, welcome.
My name is Jiamin Chen, and I'm the president of Taiwanese Culture and Sports Association. We host once a year the Kids and Fun Festival in mid-August. And I'd like to express my gratitude to Savita, how wonderful job you have done to lead the whole Cupertino team. And I'm so grateful every time I go to city to meet with, for example, the person like Cassie Hayes and her team, and they really provide wonderful support to us in order to make the festival a success, and that's kind of reflect the leadership, the whole council members. And David, I don't know you, but I know your team. You have a wonderful team working for you, and we are also looking forward to working with Darcy on the next year's festival. So I'd like to thanks again for all the council members' support for our event. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Next speaker, welcome.
Venona Shani. I won't talk too much. It'll be a few minutes. It's really experiences what I've seen. Savita, growing up in Cupertino and my parents in Cupertino, the minute my mom found out that there was an Indian person as mayor, her eyes were glowing. And she said, "There's an Indian lady in the mayor. Can you believe that?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, actually I can. It's pretty amazing." And as everybody has said, you've done an amazing job, so thank you. Darcy, my good friend, you're a hard worker. And there's one thing I will say about Darcy, but it's pretty funny. So we were sitting in the car, and not everybody wants to listen to me because I talk a lot. But when I'm sitting with Darcy in the car and I'm telling him my experiences, I said, "Darcy, on De Anza Boulevard when I was growing up, where's Home Depot, it used to be a club called Shaboom, and there used to be a martial arts studio, and there used to be this, and when you go in this corner where it's 85 degrees, it used to be that." And his eyes just start glowing because of the memories I have in the city, and I see the excitement he sees about all these little memories that he can learn about Cupertino. And just based on that and your energy and excitement, I think you'll do a wonderful job. So congratulations to you. And Savita, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vinod. All right, I believe that wraps up the comments, unless there's anyone else that has an urge to share with the group. I would like to invite everyone out to a reception, and we'll be concluding the rest of our agenda following the reception. So thanks very much for sitting through our reorganization, and we'll see you outside briefly. Thanks.
Thank you.